Discussion and motion to approve a resolution for the township fee schedule at the request of our township manager that she wants to tweak a couple of extra items on there. I am going to make a motion to table item A. Tyler, second. Any, all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, the next one. There's something executive session, but I need to talk to executive session. There was a request to fee. I don't know if you had a chance to. Yeah, I didn't bring it up in executive session. Can we move that down to the end and have a short executive session about it?
So you wanna move this down to you? Alright, so why don't you take paragraph B and put that after approval, Bill.
Okay.
Sure, you can do that.
Because then we're gonna have to have an executive session for a second. There was a request from Mr. Parisi that me and Janice neglected to say.
Alright.
So it is moving down to, we'll call it, after old business, after bill pay. Okay. Discussion and motion to approve the Dinardo subdivision.
Okay,
And we got recommendations from our engineer.
yep. I have copies of the drawing here if anybody would like to look at it. This is a subdivision located off of Mazel Lane. I don't believe Eric is here tonight. Mr. Dinardo is taking one existing lot and striking a new lot line through the center of it. One over here. And one over here. Just easier to show you. So this lot that's outlined in bold right here is owned by Mr. Dinardo and his brother. They're proposing to strike a new lot line through the parcel here and establish this as a new standalone lot. After that subdivision occurs, or as part of the subdivision, they will consolidate this new lot that they're creating with lot number 2 and lot number 1. So newly created lot 3 to be subdivided is combined with lot 2 and lot 1. So Mazel Lane is a private drive. Our office, as well as Dennis's office, reviewed this subdivision because it impacts the number of lots that are created on a private drive. And there are more than the ordinance.
So the planning commission recommends.
Planning commission recommended
so
approval.
Based upon
Yeah.
certain conditions.
That's correct.
And when those conditions were complied with then you have further comments, paying outstanding costs.
That's correct, yeah. So, I have no other concerns outside of what's in my review letter, which Mr. Dinardo and their surveyor will meet. So, we're recommending approval at this time with those conditions.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve the Dinardo subdivision based on, all, Ode Township fees
Motion.
are paid.
A motion to approve the subdivision, subject to comply with the township engineer's recommendations, the paying of all costs and fees still outstanding.
Okay, I'll make the motion to approve the Dinardo subdivision subject to compliance, complying to our township engineer's recommendations and all fees paid to the township. Any seconds? Larry, second. Any questions from any board members? All in favor? Aye. Motion to approve BRK concrete land development, and I see Mr. Kazoroski is here.
Yeah. Yep, so, I have these drawings too. Do you want copies of these, or do you not need them? It's up to you.
Yeah, my house doesn't have enough paperwork in it, I'd love to give you an extra one.
Mr. Kazoroski owns the property off of Findleville Rama Road, close to the railroad, 3757 Findleville Rama Road. Was it the CT Auto?
It was CT, it was the
Yeah.
junkyard, the CT Auto building's someone else's, but it was the junkyard.
So he's purchased that property. He'd like to move his business to that location. He's proposing to put a garage type of building up. Is that right, Bobby? So Bankson has gone back and forth a couple times with Bobby and his engineer. Bobby's been to the last couple planning commission meetings. The planning commission recommended approval of his land development plan contingent upon satisfying our remaining engineering comments. There's 5 or 6 things that Bobby still needs to address. He turned in stormwater calculations today, so our office still needs to review those. Those are, one of our biggest remaining concerns. He needs to get his HOP, he needs to, from PennDOT, he needs to get his DEP permit. But we've reviewed it, have a handful of remaining concerns. I think, I talked to Bobby on Monday about them. I think we're at an understanding that he'll make the remaining changes and go from there. So at this point, we're recommending approval of this as well, contingent upon satisfying the remaining comments.
I think I responded to saying basically it's great.
Conditional use.
Tammy did a comment that we straightened out. I just wanted to make sure it was straightened out. It was the contractor, your contractor business thing.
I think we got to the bottom of that, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So,
I just want to make sure before we take a move that it was fixed or covered or whatever.
so that's our recommendation. Bobby's agreed to comply with the remaining comments. We'd recommend you approve it contingent that occurs. Contingent on that.
So a motion to approve the,
Subject complying with all of the engineer's recommendations and fees paid in full to the township.
Complying with the comments of the February 24th, 2025 review letter.
February 24th.
2025.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve the DRK Concrete Company's land development conditioned upon complying with all of the things in the February 24th, 2025 recommendation letter from Bankston Engineer, and all fees paid to the township that would be due.
Yeah.
Does that sound good? Okay. Who's on second? Any other questions, anybody? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, approval of RAISA agreement for 2025. RAISA's reached out again about, access, to use that upper practice field. Just access through the park or whatever to get, in case we decide to start blocking the date or whatever that they have up. So Janice, looked at their last year contract and just modified it a little bit to change it to the date of 2025. Does anybody wanna make a motion to approve the raise agreement for 2025?
I'll make that motion.
Susan made the motion,